traveling the world on planes, trains, trams, and more. Join Mark Hopwood as he shows you some of the great journeys he's made. Let's travel to a whole variety of destinations. Remember to drop your comment below, like and subscribe, turn on the notification button, and never miss a video.
Welcome to Mark's British Airways Fleet Update, looking at short and long-haul fleets.
Well, hello, welcome aboard this British Airways Airbus A350 on this flight across the Atlantic to Philadelphia. It's the BA 67 and we're under the call sign Speedbird 6 Romeo Bravo today. It's one of the newer Airbus A350s, Golf X-Ray Whiskey Bravo Romeo, which was the penultimate aircraft procured by British Airways and delivered about a couple of years ago, actually. We took off from runway 09 right and did a 180 degree turn on a Compton departure, Compton for Juliet, I believe, heading out now over the Atlantic. Start of a break for me in North America, but I know you're still keen to get your British Airways fleet update, and it just wasn't possible for me to record it before I left. So let me very quickly whiz through what's been going on. I did promise you a short haul schedule update. Really struggled to get that pulled together, but I will say that the extra Milan services are a key part of that change. The British Airways Cityflyer fleet out of London City, a few moves to and from Exeter. Lima Charlie Alpha Charlie returned from Exeter Aerospace on the 2nd of April, Cityflyer 9770 back to London City, and the crew that brought that back flew down as the Cityflyer 9769 with Lima Charlie Yankee Tango to Exeter. Lima Charlie Alpha Hotel did one of those slightly odd very short trips to Exeter out on the 3rd of April as the 9769, back the following day as the 9770. I'm not quite sure how much maintenance you can get done in such a short visit to Exeter. If you know anything about that, do let me know in the comments. Lima Charlie Yankee uniform remains at Exeter for maintenance. So moving across to Gatwick and the EuroFlyer fleet, we've spoken quite a lot on these updates about Golf Alpha Tango November having repairs to a damaged nose skin. That took place at Heathrow. Eventually on the 25th of March, the aircraft returned to Gatwick. On the 26th of March, it did a commercial flight across to Marrakesh and back. But since returning from Marrakesh on the 26th of March, that aircraft has not worked in service. I don't know if that's connected to the skin repairs. Maybe it could be something different, but clearly not ideal for BA as they're ramping up their summer schedules out of Gatwick. Golf Alpha Tango Romeo returned from Glasgow, EuroFlyer 9752 down to Gatwick and back into traffic that evening. Golf Alpha Tango Sierra also returned from Glasgow as the EuroFlyer 9750 on the 4th of April back into traffic the following day, and replaced in Glasgow by a 321 Echo uniform X-ray Kilo to Glasgow for maintenance. The aircraft that's been on loan from the EuroFlyer fleet to the mainline fleet at Heathrow, which is Mike Echo Delta Kilo, that returned from its lease as the BA 9257. So British Airways, rather than EuroFlyer, operated that back to Gatwick and back onto commercial duties at Gatwick that afternoon. And the other Airbus A321 that's been at Birmingham Echo Uniform X-Ray Juliet. That returned as the EuroFlyer 9750 back to Gatwick on the 31st of March. A little bit of juggling around with the Titan Airways wet lease aircraft. Papa Oscar Whiskey Uniform returned to Titan for other duties, replaced by Papa Oscar Whiskey November. But I note from the 5th of April, it's the day I'm recording this video, that's been redeployed as well. So worth having a look next week at what's going on there with the Titan subleases. Going across to London Heathrow, looking at the mainline Airbus fleet on the 319s, Delta Bravo Charlie Golf returned from Birmingham as the BA 9276 back to Heathrow on the 2nd of April. That's the last of the aircraft to get the partial cabin refit. Echo Uniform Papa Romeo remains at Abu Dhabi, been there since the 6th of January. It's quite a long time. Not quite sure what they're up to with that, but nonetheless still in Abu Dhabi. And Delta Bravo Charlie Alpha flew up to Glasgow, BA 9276 on the 3rd of April for scheduled maintenance. A320s, a couple of those have made their way back from Madrid. Echo Uniform Yankee Delta came back on the 3rd of April, BA 9275, straight back into traffic. And a couple of days before, Tango Tango November Juliet returned from Madrid on the BA 9272. Echo Uniform Yankee Oscar remains in Dublin. Echo Uniform and Whiskey remains in Malta. And November Echo Oscar Papa flew to Madrid on the 26th of March as the BA 9271 for maintenance. And sister ship November Echo Oscar Tango remains in Madrid. I always give you an update when I get to see it about pilot circuit training. Interestingly, BA have headed off to a new airport, Billund in Denmark. Golf Echo Uniform Kilo on the 1st of April, circuit training around Billund. I don't think that's an April Fool. It's all documented on Flight Radar. One thing I didn't update you on last time that I probably should have done, but A350 X-Ray Whiskey Bravo India flew to Bordeaux Merignac for maintenance at the Sabina facility on the 23rd of March, and that remains there. Flew out as the BA 9171. On the A380s, X-Ray Lima Echo Bravo remains in Manila at the Lufthansa Technic facility. British Airways 777s on the long-haul fleet. Yankee Mike November returned from its maintenance at Cardiff on the 5th of April, BA 9174. Roster duties straight away, BA 249 across to Buenos Aires. Victor India Whiskey remains at Cardiff for its club suites fitment. The last of the Heathrow fleet to be fitted in that respect. And Victor India Echo returned from Cardiff after its slightly odd trip from London to Rule, then to Cardiff, back to London. Did so on the 3rd of April, resumed duties that day to Boston. That's the smallest number of 777s that have been out of use for some time. When that club suites fitment's complete, the number may well come down even more. Zulu Bravo Kilo Hotel on the 7879 fleet returned from quite a long visit to Abu Dhabi on the 5th of April, BA 9171 Abu Dhabi to Heathrow. Zulu Bravo Juliet Bravo remains at Cardiff BA maintenance. Club Suites aircraft that's gone back for some form of maintenance, and sister ship Zulu Bravo Juliet Delta remains at Cardiff for its Club Suites fitment. And after a couple of weeks out of traffic, Zulu Bravo Kilo resumed service from London Heathrow on the BA5 to Haneda on the 4th of April. Quick summary there of the aircraft that are out of use. The list has reduced, which is hopefully a good thing. That is your British Airways fleet update here on Mark's Trains, Planes and Trams, and I'll catch you here on the channel for another British Airways fleet update very, very soon.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and click the notification button so you don't miss any of the great trips Mark has coming your way on this YouTube channel.